Hi, I'm Mark Mancini with VRBO Outstanding and Vacation Home Mastery. This week is the long-awaited instant booking episode, so stay tuned. And welcome back. Now, I've talked to you for a couple weeks now, dropping hints. We're going to talk about instant bookings. Well, it's finally here. This is probably the most important episode maybe ever, okay? Here's why. We're going to discuss how to do this safely, why you need to have it on, and what's so special about it. So let's first talk about the safety of it. Now, you know I've got episodes on vacation rentals and getting signed rental agreements with every single guest. Also, we encourage and do deposits for every single vacation rental, no matter what platform or direct. So all of our bookings, VRBO, Airbnb, Florida rentals, direct, it doesn't make a difference. They're signing an RA through DocuSign through OwnerRez, and we're getting a deposit, a sizable one, okay? We do this with every guest. And we do this because it makes bad guests become good. Now, with instant booking, some of you out there are afraid. You're definitely afraid of it. I know, but you don't have to be afraid anymore. When you get those two things, it really helps you out. Now, some of you are saying, well, we vet our guests. We ask them questions. But how do you know they're answering you honestly? I mean, you're asking, what are you in town for? Who's coming? Blah, blah, blah. They could be lying. You don't know. Okay, so Ronald Reagan had a great quote, trust but verify. So you don't really have to verify, but what you have to do is keep them accountable. And that's why it's so important to get the signed RA and the deposit, because if they go ahead and do something that is against your wishes, it doesn't matter how they answer your questions that you asked. They're going to do it anyway. Now, remember, on some platforms like Airbnb, you can specify only 5-star guests, only guests that have had reviews and had stays before. But look, we all started somewhere, right? Some of you may have just had your first booking recently. When you're a guest looking for a home, they didn't see any stars, they still gave you a shot, right? Well, guess what? You have to give them a shot too. What's fair is fair. Getting the deposit, getting the signed RAs will help alleviate that fear. Now, hopefully I've helped alleviate some of that stress. In our course at Vacation Home Mastery, we go into the details of this, and once people accept that fact, they're good to go. Now, this is why you have to do instant booking. Number one, the two major platforms, Airbnb and VRBO, want you to do instant bookings. They will rank you higher. They will encourage you in your setup and everything else because it makes for a better experience. Most people don't want to look at a home and then ask if it's available and ask you questions. Many people just want to book. In fact, on both platforms, if you look in the search criteria, you'll see one of the checkbox is instant booking available, okay? That's just as important as a king bed feature or a pets available feature, right? You all know that. People want king beds, people want to bring their dogs, and people want instant bookings. Why do people want instant bookings? Well, go to any website. Probably the most popular one that every single person watching has gone on this week, Amazon.com. They have a buy now button. Why? Because people don't want to wait and check out. Buy now. Here's the information, swipe, and you're done. It's booked, right? That's the same thing with the bookings. People want to buy stuff and they want to get vacation rentals the same way, okay? So you'll get a whole lot more bookings and inquiries this way. Now, here's what many of you don't realize, okay? And I want to stress this. Many of you don't realize how many bookings you're missing by not turning instant bookings on. Now, you may think you're busy and you don't get people turned away by not having them. You don't know what you don't know, okay? There are people, me included, when I go to look for a place, I check that instant booking on. I want to look for my criteria, see what I like, and I want to be able to click and book now and get that home. I don't want to have to request it, have them do their hocus pocus and approve me, because suppose it takes them 2 or 3 days and then I have a backup and that backup gets booked and they don't want to book to me and then I'm up the creek, right? So people, they want to get what they want to get, okay? So you have to make it available to buy now. This is so important, and Airbnb and VRBO know it's so important, and that's why they rank you higher, okay? If you look in the search criteria, you'll see the instant booking people are always at the top. They don't want any delays, because as soon as you delay, for instance, a guest is on Airbnb and they look and they see something, but it's not instant books, they have to wait. What do they do while they're waiting? They're going to VRBO, okay? They may be going to bookings.com or Florida Rentals, whatever, and they may be booking there. They don't want that guest to escape them, okay? It's called cart abandonment. We talked about that in another episode. They want you to go down that road and book right there with a one-click button, all right? If you don't have it on, you have to turn it on. For 14 years going on, this February, it'll be 14 years of me hosting, I've always had instant booking on, and as they say, you can, if you want the instant booking, you have to take it out of my cold, dead hands, okay? So that's how important it is. Again, doing the signed RA, doing the deposits will keep them honest. It'll turn a bad guest good. And I gotta tell you this, there is pretty much nothing, okay, that you can tell me any reason why you wouldn't have instant booking turned on, all right? You might say, well, I have a unique property. Well, I've got a unique property too. Okay, I've got a property where we really don't encourage children to come, especially, well, kids below like 10 years old. We don't have a fence in our pool. The ocean's right here. It's not, if you turn your back on a young child, they can easily get hurt. So we don't want kids here because it's not safe for them. But I still have instant booking turn on, and I also put in my descriptions and in the bookings, this is not safe for young kids. It's also in our signed rental agreement, okay? I encourage you, go down this road, take this leap of faith, turn it on just maybe for like 3 months, 4 months, see what happens. Watch all these bookings come in. So, what I want you to do is stop this video, and I want you to take this walk with me outside and change your view of instant bookings. Now, I appreciate you coming by. I want you to hit like, subscribe, ask questions and comments below. And I do want to let you know we've moved our Cyber Beast content to another channel. I've dedicated a whole channel to my Cyber Beast. So these videos will only be vacation home rentals. So thanks again, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you again next week.